don't judge me. You'd be doing the same. We're back in this post-apocalyptic open world of an aftermath of an all-out war where you fight mutants and fucked up other shit. It's actually pretty fun. So when you start off in the game, you can play as a male or female character who has a voice. That's actually the first time in Fallout history to my knowledge, and customise them to look how you want them to look. You're actually going to probably spend a bit of time on this to actually find out what you can and can't do, and actually create pretty funny characters. Now for the story, you're one of the sole survivors of Vault 111 from the pre-war era and wake up to a world that is literally falling apart. I try and put back together the family that you lost, and that's all I'm going to give away. I know you want more of the main storyline than that, but it's too much of a spoiler. I might do a different vid talking about the main storyline, but in my opinion it is better than Fallout 3's main story. The graphics are below average for a game to come out in 2015. There's not much of an improvement since the last Fallout game. And some of these textures, and you expect it to take a bit of a more leap than this. The controls will take a bit of time to get used to if you're new to the Fallout series. The combat system for the first person view has been massively improved and works much more faster, and the VATS just slows down time and doesn't stop it. It makes it more integrated to the game, but the third person view still has problems, especially if you're switching between the two in combat. Then we get to the levelling up system. Some will say that this has actually been dumbed down, and I'm going to have to agree with them. Basically, you gain a level, you get a point, then you put one of these points in one of these categories. As long as you unlock it, it is very easy to understand of knowing what you're doing. And you have a mechanic within the game of a dialogue system, but I'm going to put that one on hold and come back to it later. Now with the customization of all your weapons and armour, there's a shit ton of it what you can do, and if you're like me, you're going to spend a lot of time modifying your weapons to get them as powerful as you can. Or to your liking. Same with the drug lab. Now we get down to the map. I had no problems with it. The open world map is easy to learn where everything is and where you are. But the local map, it's gonna take some time to understand it if you're lucky. I just didn't use it at all. They added a new thing of building settlements, which I can see a lot of players having fun with. But you're gonna have to learn the tricks of doing so. You simply just can't build a wall around your base or settlement, or there's gonna be a lot of swearing. When you want the wall to go in a different direction, it uses an auto correction, and that did piss me off, and I would like to have the opportunity to turn this feature on and off. And you've got to level up in the right places to get some of these items that you want, like the shop, but in all, it's something that if you're going to like it, you're going to spend hours doing it with all the things that you can build. And they still have mini games as in lockpicking, hacking, and games what you can get for your Pip-Boy. There are quite a few songs, but nothing more than the other Fallout games. I would have expected more songs to be added to the radio at this point, or the ability to add your own songs. Then we get down to the characters. There is too many to remember. You've got a shitload of companions, and there is at least going to be one that you're going to like. And I've got to say that each one has their own unique personality, and some of them will like what you will do, and some of them will hate what you will do. Every companion is different. So for how long the game is, it is really up to you. I can see gamers speed run through this in about 7 hours, but if you're used to the past Fallout game, you're just not going to play that way. You want to find all the side missions and explore the world, but for the length of the game for me, it was around about 100 hours. For the voice acting, it can be very impressive at times and makes you feel for the person. There was this one part in the game, well, I've got to give it to the female voice actor here, of the main character. That part of the main story of the mission was very convincing. At that certain part, it made me think more than 5 seconds on my dialogue choice. For the bad points of the game, I did experience frame rate drops. Even though it happened to me rarely, it's something to be aware of, and all the load screens. And the lip sync can be off too, and the subtitles. I know many of you gonna say, who has subtitles? I do, because sometimes the background music can be way louder than the voice acting. I did go into the options to try and sort this out, but it kept on doing it in certain parts of the game. And there's going to be bugs that you're going to encounter in the game. Some NPCs will float in mid-air, or some weird ones will happen, but nothing that's game breaking. But I did get 2 game freezes in the time that I was playing it, and the choices of the dialogue option. I said that I was coming back to it. What the fuck happened? No matter what you pick, it roughly ends up in the same way. All it is yes, no, sarcastic, or info. This is the biggest missed opportunity that is in this game. This could have been so much more better. A couple of times I reloaded the game to pick a different option, but the same dialogue what the NPC spoke is literally always the same. And you could be talking to them and then they fucking walk away from you. And then you've got to go back to them and fucking speak to them again, so you have to listen to all that speech again. This is one of the things that really pissed me off the most, but I got over it. It's the karma system, because not everyone got that. But if you're like me, like playing the bad guy like I do, I might as well say you really can't. And that's why I like Fallout 3. And the karma system tells you which way you are going. And there's one more thing that really did piss me off. Was the companions. When you take them on missions, they still do stupid shit, like getting in the fucking way when you're in a firefight, or just don't get the fuck out of the door frame. And I can't forget about the long elevator rides and some repeating side missions that happen again and again, and it happens more often depending how long you're playing the game. Then we get to the things that I actually do like. You've got 4 factions, but each one has their own agenda, and it's more of what's right by you. No hand holding or telling you what's right or wrong. I did like that. That everything is not as it seems in this open world, and the many places that you can see and find unique side missions like the Silver Shroud or the Sub. This world has a lot to offer, and the Easter eggs for you to find, and the different power arms that you can attach mods to the building stuff. And I felt like that all the time that I spent in this world, that I was barely scratching the surface. And the way that I kept on getting sidetracked, I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot about the main quest for some time. And if you like loot, there's a ton of it, especially where they give you a reason to collect the junk now for your settlements. Usually now I say what the game gets, but to the points that I've added up on paper that the game did right and everything that the game did wrong, it added up to a 7 out of 10. It's like every 2 steps that the game took forward, there was a step back in certain areas. But considering how this game made me have no social life for a bit, and how far gone I was, to my final result, this game gets a 9 out of 10. It's very fucking addictive, so do you agree with my decision? If not, what would you rate this game? Leave it in the comments below. Until next game, I'm fucking off.